We're gonna replace the alternator for the Odyssey 4th generation. So you need to remove this little clip and this one right here, and pop this intake, air intake. Pull it out. Just wiggle it. There you go. Then remove your negative before doing any electrical work on your car. Has to disconnect your battery. Put it on the side, and then we're gonna go ahead and remove this clip right here, and we're gonna have to remove this one, move it underneath the hose, and your wiper shield reservoir. Remove this clip right there, this one right here. There, there, and the bracket down there is holding it, so just lift it up, get this out of the way. You can unplug the hose right there. You can unplug it from there or from there, it doesn't matter which way. So next is gonna be removing this bracket right here. Yeah, remove this bracket right here, so you have a little bit more room. There are 210s. So the bracket with 210s right here, that it was holding the power steering reservoir. So put it on the side. Undo your serpentine belt. You're gonna be pushing the C14, and this is right there. You're gonna be pushing towards the cowl. See? Can't record this. See like that? Just undo your belt. Voila. There you go. Just let it go. Plug your coolant reservoir like that, tilt it, and just press it on the side so you don't spill coolant on your car. The little hose right there. Now remove the alternator bolt nut right there, and this bracket right here. So once you remove this little pin right there and the nut right there on the connector, on the and then remove this little boot on the side, and you see the blue connector for the alternator. Just pinch it, and then you unplug it. It's a 4-pin. So you also have to there's another wire right there. And you have to unplug the AC compressor from here as well. So on the bottom right there, that's a 16 millimeter bolt, and underneath this bracket right here, there is a 12 right here. So I already broke loose this. I should be able to remove this by hand now. Wish I can show you guys, but it's too narrow to record here. So there it is, 16 on the bottom, which is the larger one. And down here, underneath this little bracket that you took the 10, that's holding this harness right there, it's a 12 right here. Right there. And right there underneath my finger there is another bolt, which is, I do believe is a 12, I guess. Yes, a 12 right there. That's another 12 right there. Make it loose. So you can see this bracket is moving already. So make sure you don't get confused or mix up those two bolts. See that? So the larger one, that's the one that's holding your alternator, and the small one is the one that fits the bracket. So the larger one is the one that has a little nut on the back of the bracket. So if you don't want to make a mix, just put the larger one. Like that. Just put it back in the bracket so you don't get mixed. So I should be able to wiggle around the alternator. Wiggling. As you can see, I can pretty much move it on the side. So the trick comes here. So you have to use your sympathy belt tool here to push the tensioner back, so then you can have more space for the bracket right there for the alternator to go through here, and then you just can undo every you can take it out from underneath this. You have the space right there. You see my 14 millimeters on the pulley, on the belt tensioner. So just check this right there. So basically this tensioner is on the way for the alternator to come out. So then watch the space that I'm trying to undo. The you see the right there is now a lot of space, more room for the alternator to come out. So just move it around. But you can see, as you can see, guys, it's almost out. So I need to move my phone so that I don't break it. But it's pretty much out. Remove this 10 right here to have a little bit more play for this hose right there, for the AC hose. You see right there. So you can have a little bit of more room here on this side so the alternator comes out. This reservoir, I'm gonna fit it underneath, and it's gonna end up somewhere here. As you can see, guys, I fed it through underneath this hose, and it's just right here, so you have more. The space is created already here. See there? So you have more, and also this so I should be able to take it out, the alternator. So I just have to pull back the tensioner, and then I'm gonna take it out this way. And before removing the alternator here, you have to undo this bracket right there, right here. So 10 to, you see right there. This bracket, that's for the right there. And now we have the room that we needed for the alternator to come out here. So I have this turpentine belt right there, tool, pushing the tensioner back that way. I'm holding with my shoulder right here, and then the alternator is just right there. See? Yeah, so we got it. And it's pretty much out. If I can do it with my left hand. It's coming out. See, right there. One hand recording, one hand taking it out. So at this point, it's just a matter of taking it out from here. This little cover right there for the computer module, remove it, so then you have more play here, and I should be able to take it out without removing this thing. You don't have to remove it. You see, guys, right there. There you go. So just remove this little plastic thing, so you have a lot more space if you remove this thing. Just pop it up. So here is your alternator. I believe that's the OEM for this car. Looks like let me see. Oh, looks like the Honda OEM Denso. There you go, Rector Denso. So the battery came on, light came on the dashboard, and also the chart system light came on too as well. So I checked the voltage and the without a load and with a load, and this thing was putting that with the load was putting at only 12.6 volts, which is very low. Should be 12, between 12 point, I mean 14.2 to 14.7, or close to around 14 with the load, the AC on, lights, radio, etc, etc. So this one is for the fourth generation. I think it's like 2011 to 2017. The connector is different from the third generation. The third generation has a little plastic tab in the middle, so it won't fit to the 2011, 12, 13, and so on. So this one is different. It's a 4-pin connector. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same, except for the pulley right here. So the new one is should be coming on. The one is right here. Denso. Okay. Wow. There you go. Always compare your parts. Anytime you're replacing anything, always compare them. The shape, the size, the pulley. Make sure the pulley is the same size as the other one. Some of them they come small, so in that case, if you ever get stuck, you can do what you can do is just reuse that one, pull it out and swap it. But in this case, everything matches perfectly. The connectors. So this is remanufactured Denso. 130 amps. The same. Denso Honda. Denso makes alternators and some other parts for Honda. So there is no such a thing as OEM Honda alternator because Honda doesn't make alternators. So the connectors look the same. Let's check the 4 pins. Yep, it matches the other one. So now it's a matter to put this baby back on the car. And if you guys see this tag right here, so it's pretty much right. So just before you install your alternator, make sure there's no leaks on your VVT right here. So a lot of times when it leaks down to the alternator, which goes down there, so it'll go into your alternator wires right here, and it'll destroy within days or hours your alternator. So make sure you don't have any oil leaks before putting a new one. And so I bought this one on Rock Auto, and I think it was around $300 total because I had to pay shipping, taxes, and the core, which is $68. So when you send it back, you can send back the old one. I'm gonna send back the old one, and I'm gonna get refunded by with the core. So you have, I think you have 6 months to do it according to Rock Auto. So then so that's what I'm gonna do. So just compare also the the lines right there for the belt. 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 5. Also, guys, this is the perfect time to check your pulleys right there for the tensioner. So I replaced the one on the bottom a while ago, so the one on top is okay. A little bit of dry, so then I just apply a little bit of lithium grease, and now sounds better. So the pulley is the alternator is gonna go that way down, so the pulley is facing your way, and then your serpentine belt tool place it so then you can have, like I already show you, so open more space for the alternator bracket to go through. So as you can see, it's already in there, and at this point, so what you gonna do, get a little hammer right there. You see a little where the 16 bolt goes right there. There's a little wash, what is it called, like a washer that goes through the alternator on the bracket, on the block. So just tap it so to secure more the alternator in place, and it's already in place, guys. Like, pretty easy job to do if you're not recording. But so the main trick is to push this pulley that way, so you have more space on there, so you don't have to remove this part right here, and your power steering fluid right here on this side, and then you don't have to remove all these and the alternator brackets or whatever, all that BS. So just two components right there, this right here, and you don't even have to remove this or the coil. Some people, I see some people are removing the coil, one of the coils. So at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the 16 and the 14 in the bracket, and I should be on my way to be done. So I'm putting back the bracket. So there's a 12 right there, the short one right there against the block. Let's do it by hand first, and this moves so you can adjust it, and then just tie it, but not too hard, not too tight, so you can feed your 12 through the alternator. So the 16 is already in there as well on the bottom, down there. So it's not tight yet, so I can move my alternator to adjust the one on the top. See right there, you can see my alternator still loose. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the other one, the 12 right there, the alternator bracket. So put down my phone because I cannot record. Okay, so I installed the bracket already here. Bracket right there, the bracket that is holding the alternator right there. That's a 12 and a 12, two 12s, and on the bottom I think it says 16, but it's a 14 millimeters. So just do it by hand and then tighten. Okay, and then plug your hose right there with the reservoir for the coolant, and after that just put this through here. Just gentle. See if I can. So just pretty much fit it underneath right here. Just make sure you hold this thing so it won't open and spill power steering fluid on your alternator. If not, then you're done. so it's pretty much everything in place. See, right there. I already tied the 3 bolts for the alternator, 1 for the bracket, 12 on the top, 14 on the bottom. Just needs to put in place those little clips right there, my bracket right there, and as you can see, I already put the bracket down there for this little thing right here. So we on my way. So okay guys, after putting all the brackets for this one, for that one right there, 210s, just put it in place where it goes on top of the brackets. Put that 10 right there. Your little hose right there for the coolant. Just fit it on the little tap right there, like one of the taps right there down there. And then after that, this harness, plug in your alternator, the blue connector, and then the little boot that covers from water and any contaminants. Just plug it in as well. If I can show you guys, right there, that little boot that covers the plug, and then put your 12, tight it, and this one has also like a little boot right there that covers the nut. See right there? Just a little cover there, so no water goes in there or anything, any contaminants. Okay, so I have to put that on anyways. And then the last thing you have to do is the little 10 right there holds the harness on the back right there. That's the last thing you have to put in there, because if you put it first, this one, you won't have any play to plug those two, that one and this one right there. Reroute your serpentine belt, make sure everything is lined up, the pulleys as well, on the bottom, on the crankshaft, and on the back too, the AC the AC pulley as well, alternator as well. So it looks pretty good. So just everything is connected and plugged. So now it's time to plug your 10 for the battery. And snag it. Take all your tools away so nothing falls on the engine. So now time to test it out to see if the light goes away. Okay, the moment of the truth. Yep, it went away. Battery light went away, and the check system, charge system went away as well. So there you go, guys. That's how you replace your alternator. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish putting the air intake boot, and I should be done. Also, don't forget to put your radio code. So you just type in all your codes. Code number is right there most of the time, and if you cannot find it there, it's on your manual's owner, and then there you go. So I'm just making sure the alternator is charging the battery, or the battery is charging the alternator. So I had everything on. I had the AC, the compressor is kicking, the lights, the radio. So as you can see, it's putting out 14 with the load. So pretty good. And I just there you go. I just turned off the AC compressor, the lights, the radio, so on. So it's putting out 14.2, almost 4. So that should be really good. So, and I put it on the DC volt. So voila. So after you test your battery, your alternator, just put the intake, the little clip right there, down one right there. Make sure it fits in there properly, and that's your new alternator. So pretty much pretty easy job to do it. So the tricky part is to take it out, but as I already show you guys, you don't have to move a lot of components, just these two, the brackets, this cover for the ECU, the little pin right there, your little bracket right there. Of course you have to unplug this and undo this, and then your 14 for the alternator, and the 12 on the top, and the other 12 underneath this bracket, and the 10 right there, if I already said, I think. Yeah, and fit this under the hose and take this out, disconnect the battery. So that's how you do it. Always try to use a Denso, because aftermarket alternators, a lot of times they fail like within hours, within miles. So you don't want to take a risk of doing it 2 times. Always go for Denso, and that's the only way. Denso and Denso. Alright. So by the way, I bought it on Rock Auto. So I'm gonna return that one like I already said it before, and they're gonna refund me $68 for the port. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I might be able to help you out.